mega machika ta. Hey you guys! Welcome back sa akin na channel. Today we are going to do an eyeshadow tutorial, but may something different, of course. So ang obrahon naton, I'm gonna go through the different steps kung paano kaya magbuhat ng dramatic eyeshadow, but we will discuss the different types ng eyeshadow. So let's begin! So ang first types ng eyeshadow that we'll discuss are the gel or cream eyeshadows. I would suggest na kung gagamit ka mo ng cream eyeshadows to use synthetic brushes only because sometimes kung magamit ka mo sang natural hair nga brushes, ang problema dira is gina-absorb sang brush ang product ninyo. So instead of applying it sa mata ninyo, kakadto siya sa basically sa brush ninyo. So if you happen to not see the video, my video on brushes, I'll put a link down below para aware man kamo kung ano ang different brushes kag ang ilang uses. So with gel and cream eyeshadows, you would need to really press ang product sa imong skin. Now that helps in terms of longevity, kay mag-grasp gid saya sa imo nga skin, while at the same time malay flat gid siya sa imo nga skin. So, ang amugin na siyang pinaka-importante usually with cream or gel nga mga eyeshadows. And what I'm using right now are cream and gel nga waterproof. So, not only does it last you for the whole day, but basically you can swim or do a lot of activities with it on. And because hindi mo gusto nga medyo harsh ang color sa imong lids, kahit amo ni siyang imong base, so kinanglan, you have to diffuse as much as you can. There are some eyeshadows, na cream eyeshadows and gel eyeshadows are out in the market nga medyo short na ang ilang span kag ma-set sila dayon. That's why, like for example, ako yung nagamit subong is quite natural from MAC. It's a Prolongwear Paintpot, pero the good thing with them is that they're waterproof, but the cons, isa sa mga cons ng product is it sets really fast. So you have to really work on it fast so that hindi bala tacky or patchy ang imong base. Alright? Ang next nga type sa aton nga eyeshadow, which are the powder eyeshadows. These are the most common eyeshadows that we have on the market, and they're being sold by, by individual. You have also the duos, Emirates quads, and then obviously ang all-time favorites ang tanan are the palettes. I will personally use the palette today because I have the liberty to choose any color sa palette. Kag syempre, when you are dealing with maybe 2 or 4 colors or even just one color, though hindi ko ma-express gid masyado ang akon creative vision kung limited lang akon yung color. So I'm gonna use this mustard color na eyeshadow. I'm gonna do circular motions all over. Pero wala ko pa ginatandog ang akon nga cream nga eyeshadow. I'm just letting the cream eyeshadow set or self-set agud nga karon magbutang tas ang eyeshadow hindi na siya super tacky. Kaya ang tendency is when you put a cream or gel as a base, it's nice because mahatag siya sa aton nga powder nga eyeshadow a lot of pigment or color payoff. Pero ang problema is sometimes when it's too wet, ang certain areas nga wet, certain areas nga dry, once you put the eyeshadow on top, obviously patchy gid siya. So you have to let the cream eyeshadow set for quite a bit, get it a little bit tacky before you dive right in sa imong powder eyeshadows, right? So the next color that I'm going to use would be something that I would use to carve out my crease. So I'm gonna be using this darker color right here. It's a staple from MAC. It's called Espresso. Again, I'm going to link all the products down para kabalo ka mo kung di nyo bakulon ang ining mga products. Okay? So I'm just following my crease and I'm pulling out my eye as I go along. So starting off from the outer edge of the eye, I'm bringing it all the way up, but this time I'm not re-dipping the brush. I'm just using what's left on the product to basically create the crease. So starting with the highest amount of pigment on the corner of the eye, you have to just go slowly up, and then whatever is left on the brush, amo na siya ang mahatag simo color right above your crease. Okay? Going back into the same color espresso, and I'm just winging it out a little bit. If you are just a beginner, amo gini sila ang the best ng eyeshadows when you're just starting, because first and foremost, they're the easiest ones to blend. So this is still espresso, but I'm slowly pulling up so that ang akong nga mata lifted, right? Kung gusto ninyo ma-change ang inyong crease or kung gusto ninyo i-follow ang inyong crease, I would suggest nga matte finish, only because you don't want to use shimmery or shining eyeshadows, because basic principle lang na siya sa contour and highlight. Yeah? So now that we're done talking about gel, cream, and powder, ang next ko naman nga type sa eyeshadow are our pigments. So I'm gonna be using this type of pigment, but of course, pigment comes in a lot of textures and a lot of shapes and sizes, basically. So we have like glitters, and then we have pigments, which are regular loose nga mga powders. And the best thing about them, especially sa pigments, is that pwede mo ni siya ma-lighten ang imong application or ang color payoff niya and intensify the color payoff. Depende sa kung anong gusto niyo. So today I'm gonna be using a pigment called Melon. It's a beautiful orangey gold reflex na pigment. But before ko siya ibutang, kinanglan ko anay magamit sang setting spray, because I want the eyeshadow to be a little bit more intense. So gusto ko ang iyang color payoff very striking it. So how do I do that is, I'm gonna show you. This is how pigments look kung wala sila base or wala sila medium bala nga mag-stick together ang mga pigments. Now, I'm gonna go back in sa akon nga pigment and show you guys how it looks kung butangan ko siya sang setting spray ang pigment. So this is how it looks like kung may setting spray siya. So it's more vibrant, mas obvious ang color niya. Sorry, ara ang kaginang eyeshadow nga cream nga eyeshadow yung gamit ko. But you can see the difference ganila from afar. Mas intense. Kag mas makita mo gid bala ang orangey, sorry galantaw ko di sa akong nga kamot. Mas makita mo medyo orangey gid ya ang iyang color compared to this one. So this one is a little bit more subtle. So kung gusto mo na a little bit more diffused or like low key lang, pwede kaya kagamit sang pigment as it is. Pero kung gusto mo nga impactful gid siya nga intense ang color payoff, butangan mo siya sang setting spray, or sometimes you can use a gel or cream as a base and then you pack it on top. Ang isa lang ka-disadvantage siguro that I see with pigments is that it's a little bit messy. But you have to really know and control the amount of product that you put sa imong brush. Okay, I didn't put too much. I'm gonna start off with less product. Oh, none. Hindi na ni mga aking si Mayor. Tigabadlak ang mata. Correct. So again, ang akong motion with application is just ginapat ko lang siya or ginatap ko lang ang akong brush. So the more you go up or the higher you go up, the less product ang sa brush mo, the more diffused it looks. Again, the closest to the lash line as possible, guys. Aura, wala pang itapos. The next type ng eyeshadow nga ako ni-discuss are the liquid eyeshadows. I only have one example ng liquid because for some reason, hindi ko fan ng liquid. Because one thing, it's the best as a base for eyeshadow, but at the same time, I have very oily eyelids. So hindi siya advisable for oily eyelids because it can move around quite a bit. And because it's a liquid texture, it might set, but ang problema is, it might mix with the natural oils that you have for the lids. So technically, hindi siya mag-last long. Especially, I think, kung ka mo sa Pilipinas and you're using liquid or gel nga products, especially in the eyes, hindi siya mag-last long unless branded as waterproof siya. So this one is a Dazzleshadow liquid. This is like a shimmery liquid in a bottle, which I love. So I'm gonna be using this. I'm gonna pop this into my inner corner to give me more of that highlight. And obviously it comes with a doe foot applicator. So you just want to really press the product sa skin. But syempre, kahit extra ko, hindi ko yung mag-stop, dira lang yan sa liquid. So, since nga gabadlak-badlak na siya, why not badlakan tapag hindi pa? Kay tiambal ni Mayor. Agi, badlak, charet. So, I'm gonna be using a glitter. Kakagina na gamit na pigment, so it's might as well use glitter. This one is Reflex Iridescent White, sorry. And again, with glitters, they're very difficult guys to work with. Kasi damo, with sila fall-offs. But you have to be very careful. So you have to just get the right amount of product, tap into the pot. And then what I will do is I'm gonna press it right on top of that liquid eyeshadow and bam, girl! Kita nyo na. Non! Sorry. None. Parting again. Last and final naton nga product or type of eyeshadow are our pencils. So ang pencils naman nato niya, they are the best in terms of precise product application. So we have different types of pencils. Actually, I'm gonna show you. So we have the roll-up type. So I have like a chubby stick that would still count as like a crayon type. That would still count as a pencil. I also have something like that. This one is like a chubby pencil. And then I have the twisty pencil, and then I have the regular sharpened type ng pencil. The best thing about pencils siguro is that you can use them by itself. Nga, as in, butang mo lang siya all over your eyes and then just blend it with your fingers, and that would be a good color, or that would be a good eyeshadow already. Today, I'm gonna be using our brown pencil called Teddy. This is one of my favorites. It has shimmer sa iya, which most of the people would be like, gusto ko bala shimmer sa akong nga pencil. But it's not, it's actually a little bit more metallic-y frost. So it's not like shimmer, if you know what I mean. So this, I'm gonna put underneath sa akong nga waterline. Just to frame my eyes. And isa ka tip nga ako ni-recommend, especially for those nga teary-eyed pala, is when you apply your pencil, especially kung gusto mo ganyan magbutang pencil, or when the occasion calls for it, is to put the mirror on top. Look at yourself in the mirror and do this. I find it the easiest kung mag-amuni. Kasi ang tendency bala sa mata naton, kung makita natin ng pencil, is to really blink. And the problem with that is ang pencil can go everywhere when you do that. Plus, your eyes get teary and all those. So, hindi na, gina-avoid natin as much as possible. One thing pagid nga i-recommend kasi especially in terms of application is when you have a waterproof pencil, and especially kung hindi siya as liquidy and creamy as a crayon, is to work in small sections, right? So, I'm gonna show you that in this eye. This one is very creamy though. But kung hindi siya kung medyo tiga na siya, what you can do is, obviously, kinanan i-sharpen ang inyong pencil, but kung hindi siya magdukot bala, what you need to do is to use it in small sections. So just do it in small, teeny tiny sections so that you get the color payoff na gusto ninyo while putting that pencil sa inyong mata. I'm gonna be using ang brush kagina nga gingamit ko sa akon nga glitter kag I'm gonna go down, so basically dragging the product down to diffuse the product. The best thing about them is that most of them are long wearing, some of them are waterproof. Kung waterproof, ya girl, miski maghibi-hibi ka pa ya ka nagbulagay kung sa amigo mo, hindi gid siya makakas, girl. Kinanglan mo lang gid yung oil-based eye makeup remover para makakas siya. You really have to experiment sa product that you have on hand. Kung dasig siya bala magmala o kung hindi siya dasig magmala. Hindi ko na niya masabat, ikaw muna na hindi dapat masabat, di bala. So I'm not gonna be using a liquid liner today, but I'm gonna be using a pencil. But for my liner, ma-switch ko sa pencil into a Feline pencil. Feline is the name of the pencil that I'm gonna be using. Again, I'm gonna put the link down below kung di nyo siya mabakal. Gusto ko yung medyo smoky, yung ka-smoked out wing liner. Yung kapapait lang bala. Right? And then I'm gonna go back in with the same brush na ginagin smudge ko. So it's a small don't type na brush, and what I'll do is I'm literally dragging ang product, as you can see. So hindi siya masyado ka tali-talon gid, do ka hindi gid bala makapatay. Doon lang lang na, do ka mo lang na. Hindi ko kablos ang term pero sa mo na siya. I'm gonna put a little bit of that black pencil sa dalom to connect ang upper kag ang lower ng color, right? And ang pinaka-importante gid nga lesson nga natunan ko over the years working with makeup is that you have to have a purpose nga ginagamit mo ang product sa imong face. You cannot just put a product sa imong face without it having a purpose. What does that mean? Wala mo ginakuha ang amo nga brush because gusto mo lang. Mayroon siya purpose nga, you pick this type of brush because you want it to do exactly a specific thing. Correct? Wala ko nag-choose sang black na pencil because gusto ko lang, but mayroon siya purpose, kaya gusto ko siya gamiton as a liner. Right? So everything that you put on the face, makeup-wise, you have to have a purpose nga ara na da siya. Life lesson, right? I'm gonna go off camera to put the lashes and put on my lipstick, and I'll be right back. So this is the look after lashes and lipstick. What do you think? Okay, so we will just do a recap sa 5 types of eyeshadows. So we'll start off with our cream and gel, and then we have our powder eyeshadows, we have our glitters and pigments, liquid eyeshadows, and then we have our pencils and sticks. And I hope nga minatunan kamo about our makeup application, techniques, and tips on how to do this sort of look. This is like a natural, smoky, sultry eye look. Amo na siyang tawag ko dire. Hindi siyang eyeshadow ang pwede nyo gamiton kung magpaburgos kamo, kagusto kamo mangayo sang discount sa tindera. Inabalang nang tagpila ang kasag nan. Gaan kamo din yung discount, I assure you. Okay? So once again, this has been Enzo, and I appreciate nga you stayed for the whole video. Kag tani may natunan kamo sa akong video. If you want to follow me in my social media, I have my Facebook and Instagram down below. And kung gusto niyo magbakal or gusto niyo to check out the products that I've used on my face today, I'm gonna link that right below my description box as well. Thank you for watching, and again, this has been Enzo, and machika na mataliwat. Tip alert! Tatlo ka tips na mahatag ko subong sa inyo when it comes to eyeshadow. First tip, Kung magamit ka mo pencil, make sure yung ginasharpen nyo ang pencil so that may bago ka mo pirmi nga lapis kung magamit ka mo. The second tip nga pwede ko mahatag sa inyo is, when it comes to cream or gel products, make sure it's tightly closed when you're not using it so that hindi siya mag-dry. Pero kung ginagamit nyo siya, once you open it up, make sure that you put them upside down on a table or a flat surface so that wala air na makasulod sa iya. Ang third tip nga pwede ko mahatag sa inyo is, when using glitters, importante nga mayroon ka mo scotch tape. Nga because this helps picking up the glitters without you literally using your fingers to pick it up. So I have a few glitters, fall-offs, diri sa dalom sa mata ko. So what I will do is I'm just gonna rotate. I'm just gonna press this onto my skin as lightly as I can. So as you can see, may glitter ko diri sa isa ko di. Yan, nakita nyo na. So, pak! Nan! Ambal ko. Kung wala ka mo tape, kag mayara ka mo spoolie, you can still use that. Just brush the glitter away. Again, with the lightest touch possible. And that's our tip for today. Thank you for watching. Mwah!